Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to Let's Play Chronicle. I am the Black Shadow, and last time we continued our journey through the underground water channel. However, we ran into Flotsam again, and his dancing elephant, capable of sphere shots, Hilda, I think his name is, and ran into a bit of an issue, struggling to fight, taken on with a wrench until Cedric came along with the Ridepod, apparently it's called, little machine he's built, which is capable of taking Hilda on, just it kind of ran out of juice, so we've had to go away and repair it. We're now ready to go and take on that boss fight, but before that, folks, there is something that needs to be, I figured we'd do beforehand. As you can see, it was about like 6 in the morning where we left. It's now 7 in the evening. I've been a little bit busy running around Palm Brinks, doing the bits and pieces. I went around. I've got my notebook and pen. I've jotted down all of the created idea things that we have been given so far. There was also 1 or 2 in the station. I'll just quickly show you. And you can actually come in here, folks, just so you know. I didn't at this point. Well, I hadn't yet. I couldn't remember if you could or not, but you can. I suppose it's a bit silly if you couldn't. But if you come down into here, and down the left, there's another one here. Wheel, car, and car, which is awesome. So, cool. I have actually, I've got all of them, folks. So far, we've been given 8. 8 loads of, I don't know what they're called, actually, folks. Ideas? Because they're not ideas, because they're, because they're not ideas, because these are ideas, folks. I went and took a few more photos. There's a few here in the stations, a flower chair, a cup. You can actually take a picture of the black stone as well, which is kind of cool, which I didn't do. So I'm just going to move all those ideas as well, the ones that we do have. Lovely. Look at all those. Awesome. Which we now have, quite a few ideas, as you can see. You can actually, I have heard actually that you can get there's 8 chapters I think there is in the game, or however many. But I've heard that you can get about 40% of the ideas of total in the game in just the first chapter, folks. And it is true. There's so many little things you can get. Okay then, folks. So let's go through all the things that we've got. Now, we've already got the energy pack, which we have made. We've given that to Steve, so we can ride the Ridepod at the moment. Let's go through the entire list we got so far. Let's see, we got one that was a constructor, a cloth, and a ladder, which we can't do yet. I did actually have a look at a few of these, folks. It's quite amazing when you look at a full list of everything that you can and can't make. There are several things at this point that I could actually make that we don't even know exist. It is ridiculous. It honestly is, folks. I could make stuff that we're not really supposed to have for another couple of chapters, really. And it is really crazy, folks. But, you know, there we are. But as I said, I'm only going to do the ones, normally, I'm only going to do the ones that we know about, folks. I don't know if there might be 1 or 2 exceptions to that rule as we go along, but there isn't. So, yeah, the constructor, cloth, and ladder one. We can't actually do that for a little while, folks. Although, I have heard... partially because the cloth we can't do until slightly later on in the game. But I have heard that the ladder is apparently hiding in the bar. Which is a bit of a strange place for us, apparently. Because I don't remember it being anything there. Because I took a photo of a ladder and it didn't come up with anything. But apparently there's a ladder behind the car. That thing. That thing. That's not a ladder, those are steps! Anyways, whatever. Whatever, folks, I'll go get it anyway, so there we are. Out of the ones that we do have, folks, there are a couple that we can get hold of. Actually, I'm just looking through. There's 2, I think, that we can make at this point, folks. There is, assuming I've got it... there's one that we found. I think this is the one that we found in the sheriff's office, being the wheat flour, Polly's bakery sign, which there it is. I completely missed that, and the fireplace, folks, which I have not got yet. Really? Darn. Well, I will show you actually something, folks. A nice little interesting thing, folks. If you're just making stuff up randomly, if you happen to get 2 out of 3 right, folks, it will show you the one that doesn't fit, and it will give you a clue as to what it is you're looking for. So, idea phi, you know, and the dots represent the amount of letters there are actually, and it'll give you a little idea as to what there is. Except if you make like a completely random one, it's just a load of dirt. It'll say try again.
Oh, no good.
Your invention was a failure, just like you. So we can't do that. Well, we can. I don't know if we can do it, folks, actually. I hope we can. No, we can't yet. We need a wheel. Have you guys seen any wheels lately? Like that wheel? That'll do. That'll do lovely. Thanks for that game. That was a hell of a find. We'll go get that. Apparently we've already done the painting. I couldn't remember. Get rid of all that. Oh, there is one we can do, folks. A wheel, a car, and a cart. Now, we're standing right next to the car. And there are carts around. You've probably seen a few of them going across. Car and cart. I don't actually remember what this makes. Ooh, I know what that is. Caterpillar. The caterpillar is it's another type of it's for the Ridepod actually. The Ridepod you can customize really heavily, all sorts of things, and this is something that you can use in order to change its what it's standing on. It's got legs on it, but you can give it tracks, you can give it all sorts of things, folks. So that's kind of cool to get. Yeah, that's cool. Right, so that's that one. The only other one we can do is the one with the fireplace, but I have to remember where's the fireplace. You can see now night is descending upon Palm Brinks. The music dies out slowly. I could have sworn I got a picture of a fireplace. Is there not one in Polly's Bakery? I'm sure there is. Polly, get out of the way. Bread, yeah. Oh, it's an oven. Well, would you believe it? It's an oven. It's not actually a fireplace. Great. Oh, moon. Dude, I don't know if I take a picture of the moon yet, but make sure you take a picture of the moon. Very important that. It is more important than you realise. Fireplace. There must be someone who has a fireplace. Take a picture of a window as well, in case you haven't. That's get used for. Some items you'll find will get used in a few inventions, actually. What do I do for a fireplace? I know where there's a fireplace in a chapter or two's time. Just wondering if I can't find one now. Nah, it doesn't really matter. I suppose it's not imperative. If you guys must know what it makes, wheat flour, Polly's fireplace, of Polly's bakery style of fireplace, might not be the hardest one to guess, but it allows you to make bread. Which is nice that you can do that, but you're better off just buying the stuff, really, because it's not very expensive. And you can also find the stuff as well, which is also handy. I'll just tick off the wheel and cart one. There we are. Lovely. One down. About 100 or so to go. Or some ridiculous number. There are lots of things you invent in this game, which is nice. Right, so I suppose I have a chat with old Cedric here.
You all set?
You better believe it.
Okay, let's go!
All right. Time to saddle up and head out. This door leads to the underground waterway. You'll be heading out on your own, son. I'm gonna see if I can't get something out of Need.
Loud and clear.
Keep your guard up.
Roger that.
Leave it to me.
We get on with it. Thanks. Are you ready? No, I'm not going down that line. And thus, we re-enter the arena of death.
Now where?
It's a freaking elephant. It can't be that hard to find. They're not exactly known for their hiding ability. See, like that.
Right there.
There. Well pointed out, Max.
I bet you were thrilled when you thought you were alone here.
Wow.
Too bad. So sad.
I love Flotsam.
Tear them to pieces, my little Linda.
I'm not afraid of you. You see, now that we've got hold of old Steve here. Sorry, just now we've got hold of Steve here. Now we can actually take the damn thing on. However, before we fight Linda, there is something that I need to do here. This is another game mechanic that I've not yet touched upon, folks. You can change, use R3 button, you can change between Max and the Ridepod. Now, if you notice here, folks, we've just run around with Max here. You remember when we got the camera, it said how you can actually use it during fights? A bit like that, in dungeons and fights, that sort of thing. There is a game mechanic in this, folks, that I haven't been able to introduce you yet. I can introduce you to it basically after this fight. But there's something that you want to do here, folks, because this is the last chance you'll ever get to do it, folks. You need to take a special photo. You need to take a photo of old Linda here. Ah, you need to take a photo of it when it raises its legs up. You're probably going to get nailed for it. Uh-oh. But you need to do this, folks, because you'll never get another chance to do this. Goodness gracious. Come on. Play ball with the Black Shadow. Play ball with the Black Shadow, or I will break your face. Come on, you. Come on. I'll take it. What are you doing? What are you doing, you incompetent buffoon? Are you that stupid? I think the short answer here is yes. There we are, brave little Linda, folks. We needed that, believe me. And notice how with the instead of an ID with a little light bulb, it came with a little star on it. Again, I'll go over that later. But anyways, it is boss time. Steve works exactly the same way, you know, as Max does. Just he only has the cannon arms, like that. Yeah, how do you like that? Notice as well with Steve, with the health on the top left, it does actually go down over time, as well as if you take damage. Just so you know. Come on, you. Oh yeah, that's it. That looked fun. Haha, you suck. Bow down before your master.
Oh, you little brat! I won't forget this!
What's a strange
The outside
man?
world. Right then, my heart was filled with expectation, wondering what kind of places I would find. I had no idea that the incredible adventure.
See,
I
he's
was
doing
about
it
to begin
again!
was
What an
beyond
incredible
anything I
adventure
could have
about to go
imagined.
on, folks! As if I haven't told you bloody enough. Oh dear. You can use the Ridepod, yeah. Or you can press that, yeah. Great thing with the Ridepod is you can always have a nice chat with Cedric, and he will, like, repair the Ridepod and refuel it free of charge, which is really nice. And yes, the Ridepod also builds up experience much like the our weapons do. So you can use that experience then for upgrading the Ridepod, which is quite nice. And you can also build parts. There are about 60 odd parts for the Ridepod that you can invent in this game, folks. 60. No joke. I checked that. I looked it up. It is a scary number. But anyways, let's advance to the next floor. Meanwhile, at City Hall, at the stroke of midnight. Cedric meets Mayor Liu Bei. He even doesn't remind me of him. He's just like he just reminds me of him, just like a little more wimpish. But I love him for it. I love Mayor Liu. I think he's great. I really enjoy him.
Need, what exactly are you hiding from me? Tell me everything you know.
She's adorable. How can you not love that?
I see. So you realize too, have you? Damn. But sometimes it's better not to know.
Why are you hiding things from me? I thought we were friends, Need. What's going on?
Yeah, they're old friends,
Spit it
by
out,
the
will
way.
ya?
We're old partners, you know.
Okay. I can't go on hiding it anymore.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you everything.
That was a bit cheap.
I'll tell you what's going on here in this town.
So in
this
the case of a
world.
few videos, I've already done Left 4 Dead. I've done Resident Evil. I've done Silent Hill. Any more horror games you guys want me to try and make references to? Because I'll give it a good damn try. Oh God Almighty! I love this game of bits. Right. Well, before we move on to the next floor, folks, I want to quickly head back to the channel entrance, folks, because I want to have a little chat with Donnie before we carry on, folks. And it's to do with the what we just did in that boss fight, folks. If we go to here, Brave Little Linda. Now again, notice how it's got a little star on the light bulb there, folks. Is this something a little bit special, folks? Not only is it an invention item, it's something to actually get used for. That does get used for an invention. It also can be used for something else, and it's to do with Donnie, folks. He has a little special thing he gets you to do for him, which is quite good actually. So we had a little chat with him. Dig for a scoop, folks. Now, what this is, folks, the scoops are an interesting one. We'll just quickly take this item that he's going to give us for getting Sugar's load of photos, folks. Basically, the photography level went up. It's for items. So, diamond, that is really good. We'll have some fun with that later on. But yes, folks, the scoop function, which is what this memo is here, the Inside Scoop memo. Basically, folks, over the course of the game, Donnie is going to ask us to take photos of many weird and wonderful things. Now, all these scoops, some of them can actually be used for inventions. Not all of them, but taking the photos of this will help towards getting some pretty neat prizes, especially later towards the game. So, like we spoke to, he said we figured out 6 more, so he'll tell you a few, like we got this one here, the Night Stalker. This one thinks it's ballerina, snap it the moment it does its spinning attack. You know, we come down a little bit further. That one we need to make sure we remember. Clan Robo's attack. There's a few of them around. Baron's hanging on. But notice this one here, Brave Little Linda. Watch for the moment Linda stops down on you with her foot. It might be a little scary, but you can do it. You have to do that now, because if you haven't done it by now, you will never be able to do this. That is the last chance you ever get, folks. There are several scoops that are bosses doing certain things, folks, and I will point those out at the time in regards to what you need to take and when. There are vast majority of scoops you can get whenever you want, but there are several that are missable, so I'll point those out as you go along. But do take pictures of them where you can. There's no harm in it, and like I say, you get some pretty nice prizes. You'll notice here as well, I've started reorganising my inventory a bit, just so it's not so freaking messy. But it's going to be a bit of work in progress. I kind of need more items as we go along. So, hi. The shop's closed. Darn. Yeah, his old man is he's talking about the sundry shop, so that's cool. No, don't want to do that. Got anything else? Come on, man, quit slacking. Where's all your new stuff? Ah, yes, I forgot about this, folks. If you ever chat with certain people in town, they'll mention something about this tiny little chest that you can find throughout a lot of places, folks. And you can find one here now. Obtain the Fruit of Eden, folks. Fruit of Eden, unbelievably tasty fruits, increases your health limit by 8 points officially. This and one other thing is about as far as you get as far as upgrading your actual personal character. All the rest is weapon related, but we can use that on max, and you can now have a max HP of 40, which is handy. So yeah, cool. I forgot about that actually. Oh, I honestly didn't come back for that. I forgot that existed. Never mind. Right, okay then. Well, before we well, we might as well get on with a little bit of business before we look at that closing off the video here, folks. We got a few flaws to deal with. Steve's battle. And that's because, yeah, all the metal stuff, folks, all this stuff here, I've kind of ignored it. I'm not too worried about it at the moment in time. Metals, we'll get to those later. But basically, if you do certain things on a map, like, like if we kill the enemies in 3 minutes, we get a medal. If we kill everything using the right-hand weapon, we get a medal. You have to do it you don't have to do it all at the same time. You'll notice as well, like, some are question marks off because we can't actually do what it needs to do yet. So for this one, we get a medal for killing all the enemies with the Ridepod, which I'm actually going to try. Because, it'd be nice to get one. Nice to get one medal. No, we just got an empty medal holder at the moment. It's kind of sad. The time ones are actually quite hard, folks, and I would probably recommend not bothering about those till later on in the game if you really want to start hunting medals, which you might well want to do later on. But at this point, honestly, don't worry about it. So, to change from Steve backwards, just press R3 and beat the shit out of everything you come across. What a poor sucker that was. A little trick though, don't just run around with Steve forever because you're just going to waste his health and he's slow. Well, that's not too far away. Ooh, hello you. You shoot fire at me. Piece of crap. Ooh. Now that is a appropriate enemy, folks. The Vanguard. Be careful. This guy is dangerous. This guy you really do want to take on with Steve because he's not a lot of fun trying to take on with Magma. You've got almost no chance against it. You really need Steve for that. Oh, there's another one. Bloody hell. Sit down. Pig. But yeah, little trick, folks. When you're not fighting with Steve, don't use him. You're draining his energy, and at this point in the game as well, he's slower. So just don't worry about it. I can't believe the amount of Holy Crystal we're already getting, folks. That is going to come so useful later on. Magic Crystal, yeah, we know how that works. So what do we got? Evenly spread. And some more bread. Yeah, there's bread all over the joint, folks. You don't really need to ever worry about making or particularly buying it much. There's so much that you can just find. Whoa, what the hell? Holy crap! Yes, folks. A la Final Fantasy, a la RPG, folklore, fake treasure chests. They exist. Be careful because there's more than just one type of mimic, folks. Oh gosh, you don't even realise. There are some nasty things around if you're not prepared for it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. A Ridepod versus a bat. Who's going to win this? Bang! It's a cannonball to a bat. It's not really fair, to be honest. It's shooting a bat with a cannon. That is the equivalent, folks, and that is just a little bit of overkill. Another one? You bugger! Yeah, I'm not even going to bother locking onto you, folks. Although, to be fair, it's actually quite a useful little It's something that I don't think not a huge amount of people ever did, but it's a kind of useful thing, especially with someone like Steve. Because the great thing with Steve is that you can move in 360 direction while attacking at the same time, folks, which is really useful. And thus, sometimes locking on is not always that handy for characters, because the moment you start locking on, you do start sacrificing maneuverability, which can be a bit of an issue. So it's always something to perhaps have a little bit of fun with, and just play around actually not doing that, folks, and just just fighting sometimes without locking on. It's quite a useful ability. Something worth practicing, folks, because it can be really handy later on in the game. Whoa! But do notice though that especially the early cannonball arm, yeah, it's pretty weak. You notice, like I say, already down to 7, which isn't great. If you do decide you want to repair it with a, well, I have to because I ain't got enough strength for it. If you do want to use a repair powder on it, do note it only half repairs it. It doesn't do it fully, so just bear that in mind. No, Max, don't attack the box. Open it, please. Thank you. Well, that'll be handy later on, actually. Ah, no, this is something we haven't encountered yet, folks. It seems to be locked. I don't know if anything we can do around that, folks. So we'll have to come back there later, folks. Yeah, it's a little feature we haven't come across there, actually. Sometimes in maps, and you'll get them in all dungeons, you obviously have the gate key you need in order to leave. But you can also find sometimes there'll be some areas of the map that will be actually locked away, and you need to find another type of key in the over the course of all the enemies in order to actually get in, folks. Little areas that are locked away, but it's worth getting into. There's usually pretty nice stuff inside. Usually. Yeah, bye. Come on, I dare you to take on the Ridepod. You poor bastard. You didn't really deserve that. That was a bit unfair. Ooh, there's our map. Lovely. Give me that. Right, so you see, folks, how it, like, you know, again, it just splits off into 2 different directions. Not more mimics. I could have treasure in that, you know. I'd prefer that. All right in the back. That did some hefty damage. I mean, at this point in the game, Steve will be able to do far more damage in a hit than you could ever dream of. But again, his use, unfortunately, is a bit more limited than what you can actually manage yourself. Ooh, that's a Vanguard. And there is our channel key, folks. That's what we need to access the little locked area, so we'll have to do that in 2 seconds. I dare you! Come on! Come on! I'll kill you! Oh, yeah, that's what it's about. Goodbye. God bless. I'll see you in the next life. And you think Steve is pretty good now? You wait until a few chapters' time when we really start modifying, folks. You will not believe what you can do to it. The world really is your oyster with Steve the Ridepod. It really is. Right, well, we got to do the the long walk around, which you get sometimes. Again, the maps around in general, it's nothing to do. Just enjoy the scenery, folks. I know you guys love looking at big red pipes on the ceiling and stuff. Okay, this is very interesting, folks. Sorry. Anyways, let's get over to here. We can use our channel key, which is there. And this isn't really a fair fight. It was bad enough when it was Max and his wrench. That's just a bit unfair. Really is. And inside our 2 chest locked away, we've got flame crystals, which is always good. Ooh, Or would you look at that, folks? A new wrench. Now that could be interesting, folks. Like I say, it's worth checking behind the locked areas because you tend to find better equipment. A bit like if you open up like lock chests and that, you tend to find better equipment as well. Same sort of thing. Just at least when you're opening, you know, little mini gates, you're not gonna have them freaking explode in your face, which is a plus point as far as I'm concerned. We will wander on around. It does annoy me sometimes when it's like this. You see, it's maps like this which make getting the kill enemies in such and such time achievement quite hard. Because the map's going to be like this, folks. There's not a lot you can really do. You need it to be a nice big circle, otherwise you kind of got no chance. Well, not even a nice big circle, but just as long as it rolls around pretty solidly, that's the main thing. And our last one is the Night Stalker. Anything down here? No. Okay, you're dead. Bye. Good job, Steve. And the great thing with that is that you don't have to hear Max say, you know, his old stuff again and again and again if you finish with the Ridepod. It's not so bad. Clear the Ridepod only, wipe out gold. So we get a medal, which is nice. And the game will tell us where to leave. And where our medal's stored? In there. We have a long way to go, folks. I am not going to go and get every medal out of every freaking floor, folks, and every dungeon. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not doing it because I will be here forever and a day. So, yeah. I'll get as many as I kind of want/need/can actually get hold of, but I'm not going overboard. I really don't need to. It's not worth the time. There's not that many things actually out of the stuff we get for the medals that I actually want. So, you know, we'll get there when we get there, folks. We'll move on to the next floor. And we will also probably leave the video... Oh, hold on.
So, there it is.
That's what this is all about. You expect me to believe all that?
What do you think? I've just noticed he's got a little... Is that a cigarette left in his mouth?
So just what do you plan on doing?
Goodness me, we got Donnie's Ellis. Freaking Cedric thinks he's Bill.
Well, there's nothing.
Now we just need a black guy and someone in chaps.
You ignorant.
I don't mean that in a bad way, folks. Just so you know. But anyone who's played Left 4 Dead will know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're supposed to be the mayor of this town.
You're right. I'm useless as mayor.
Oh, don't say that, Mayor Need. It's not completely true.
Come on, Need. What happened? You didn't used to be like this. Gosh darn it, Need. I just can't believe you.
Yeah, I can't believe you either.
That's it. Need. Just start the Blackstone Railroad again.
Blackstone Railroad?
The reason you shut down the Blackstone Railroad was so that no one could leave and see the outside world, right? Well, that's not necessary anymore. Now we need to leave this town and see the outside world. If we do, then we just might find a way around this.
Whatever this is. Can't we just kill Flotsam and be done with it?
Come on.
Why do we have to start going the outside world, folks? I'm not seeing the connection here.
Right, let's reopen the railroad.
Oh, that was easy. Game? Well, that took a moment. Do apologise there. Game 4 about that. Whoops.
Everything set?
It's Cedric with old Eric we saw earlier, and that big guy
set,
is
Cedric.
called Borneo. We will be seeing plenty of him during this LP, I imagine. It's a
Great to be
go!
back, isn't it, sir?
Let's a go!
Yeah, 20% more coal today.
Yay!
Roger that.
All right.
Can't believe I just did that.
Blackstone 1. Here we go.
20% more coal today. To be honest, it's probably about as excited as I've got since I actually knew I was going to be starting this LP. the most exciting response to anything I've had since. And that's a lie. I'm enjoying this actually, of course I am. I'm just teasing you folks. Well, the Blackstone Railroad is moving once again. Awesome.
I guess I didn't have the guts. I'm counting on you, Cedric.
Well, it's good to know we're counting on Cedric. Why on earth they're starting the railroad, we don't really know. Apparently we need to go see the outside world, but I don't see why. Like I said, just kill Flotsam and be done with it. You know, story over. Well, that would be a bit easy, wouldn't it, folks? But I am going to go and save the game. Save on that one. I hope it doesn't say like, I've been on for like 5-6 hours, because I've had them pause for ages. Oh, good, it hasn't actually. If you have it on actual, the pause menu pause, the start button pause, it doesn't actually count the time, which is good. I didn't know if it did or not. But next time, folks, we will be, well, you can see, folks, the outside world is literally there. We have not got far to go, folks. So, next time, we are going to finish the journey through the underground channel. We are going to make our way to the outside world. What will await us? You'll have to find out next time. Thanks for watching. See you then.